Welcome to Kitchen 143. I am your host, Michelle Avantajado, your resident mama in Manila, and I'd like to thank you for joining me yet again on your Tuesday evening. So for the past few weeks, we have been chatting about Culinary and how, 3 weeks ago, I was able to judge 9 different caterers sharing their best dishes for appetizers, mains, and desserts. And this week, we get to learn a little bit more about M Catering. So here, we're in HQ, we're in the Rappler headquarters, so we're so excited that we got the full setup. It's so special, and of course, even more so that it's exciting that we get to host them and spend time with them in the month of August. M Catering is celebrating 13 years this month, so there are lots of special things in store for you guys who are watching. And if you're watching live on the Rappler YouTube, Facebook, and X profiles. And of course, if you're also watching on the Mama and Manila profile as well on Facebook, go ahead and leave us some comments. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what special events you're planning and what you would like to celebrate new next. Joining me on camera today is Ditas Rodriguez and Chef Ira Jimenez. So I'm so excited that you ladies are here. Thank you for joining us in HQ.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so glad that you guys made it so special.
Yes. Well, you are special, so we have to make it special as well.
I feel special. Thank you, Ditas. Okay, so when we look for caterers, we're looking for opportunities to celebrate lots of different occasions, or maybe not even celebrate, but just come together, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about how M Catering got its start. But before you do that, everything here today is care of M Catering.
Yes.
So from soup to nuts, if if we wanted someone to do styling, if we wanted someone to create a bespoke menu,
right? We do one-stop shop.
Okay.
So it's not just the food; it's everything, from styling, conceptualizing, until everything that you need.
So I come to you and I say, it's my 26th wedding anniversary, which just passed. So it's also my anniversary. Nino and I are married 26 years.
Oh, congratulations.
And I say, you know what? Thank you. We made it. We're still here. We're still here. He's behind the camera. I'm in front. So, I come to you and I say, something that's really important for us is the infinity symbol, and eights are important to us, and we love Italian food.
Okay.
I mean, I love Italian food, but
yeah,
you can have it also.
So what
you could come up with something,
right? Yeah. So what we do, if you come to us with that in mind, we'll get all the details of how you want your celebration to be. We'll present to you options from the styling. Just give us the venue, because we don't have the venue. We have partner venues. So
right. So you do have preferred partner venues that
we
like
are, yes, we are accredited in a lot of venues in Metro Manila and in the outskirts. So we can do that for you. So depending on which city you want to hold it,
yes,
what type of place you want to do the event, then we'll have something prepared for you and give you different options.
Wonderful.
According to your liking.
Yeah. And of course, according to our budget.
Yes.
Right?
That's very important.
Yes, that's always important. It's important, very important. I think it's also very important. Okay, so 13 years ago, August 16th, the founders got together. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the founders, why they came together for this, and, since then, how things have kind of evolved? Because 13 years ago, catering was very different.
All right. Okay. The company started with 3 people. That's 2 chefs and the owner, Miss Julie Evangelista. She's not a chef, but she's very passionate about food, about cooking. Probably something to do with her mom, who is also passionate in cooking.
Okay.
So they started with a very small group in a house, right, in San Juan, and then catering to small gatherings, intimate gatherings. So it's family gatherings, it's an event, family and friends get together. And now, 13 years after, it has expanded from a group of like 50 people. We've grown to 150 already.
Wow, okay. So you can mount events for as, small family gatherings. We have a table set for 8 here, all the way to thousands of people.
Yes, that's correct. The most that we have catered is 3,000,
Okay.
3,500. Yes.
And very similar, so there's lots of different, I guess, ways that we all choose to celebrate our events, right? I'm sure the menu, Chef Ira, when you're looking, when Ditas comes to you with a client and we have specific allergens or ideas or how we want to present or celebrate an an event, you come up and decide or design a menu specific.
Yeah. I work with a team, so we gather and we have a meeting from the pastry chef and a chef. Everyone pitch in their ideas for the theme that the client would want.
And then you execute with your team.
We do R&D before we actually present it to the client, just so we are sure that we got all the flavors correct.
So all the steps that are involved,
Yeah.
even before you show the client what
Yes.
you're proposing.
Yeah.
You work with a team of almost 150 people, right? So you have your team that conceptualizes the R&D, and then you present. Tell us about what we have on the plate in front of us now, because it looks divine.
Yes. So for today, we are presenting a 4-course sit-down menu, and we are starting with a appetizer. This appetizer is called a cylinder of crab. So here, we can see rolled cucumber, and it's stuffed with fresh crabs, also known as the alimango in Filipino. And then we have the green sauce is the puree of muscat green grapes. There's green apples, there's edamame, and there's also kaffir lime. And
That's what I
there's,
was smelling.
yes.
I was trying to figure out what the...
There's a very distinctive flavor of the kaffir lime.
Kaffir.
It changes the taste. And also there's also chives.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
This looks delicious. It looks and smells fresh, and very healthy, might I add.
Yes.
So in terms of sourcing ingredients, when you're putting something like this together, how important is it for you to make sure you look for local options?
Yes, everything that we can source locally, we try to prioritize.
Yeah.
So of course, we want to market the local ingredients that we can, as much as we can. So we try to use it in all of our food.
Yeah.
Each,
Go ahead.
each and every event is unique. So depending, as I've mentioned earlier, depending on what the client wanted, what the event is, then we created a package for them. For the ingredients, we make sure that it's readily available, it's fresh
Yes.
to the liking, without really putting a high cost to it. So that's very important, as you mentioned, the budget. So that's how our purchasing team and the R&D team work together to make sure that the package will be what the client would be liking and making the most of what they wanted to have in their celebration.
And you do that because each client, just like each dish, is so specific, of course, in what we need, or what we look for in our celebrations. I'm so excited. I have my subo ready.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see. I'm like patiently waiting to bite. But while I take a bite of this, Chef, why don't you tell us some of the other creative dishes that you've been able to come up with for maybe some of the other bespoke events?
Yeah. So actually, for Culinary itself, the event last 2 weeks ago, we actually created that specifically for that event, and
Where we did the avatar.
And that was based on Avatar.
Yeah, sorry,
Avatar,
the
yes.
Avatar theme. It was we call it the cuisine of Avatar, And then in the likes of the other requests of the clients, we also try to get all the details that they want. Actually, also the allergens. It's very important now
Yes.
that we have to know the allergens.
It really is.
Because we don't want anyone getting sick. And then we do a lot of cuisines, any from Filipino, Asian, European, American, any cuisine that they request. We sometimes do research for specific.
What's been your favorite dish that you've created?
Actually, it's the paella.
You enjoy pie?
Yes.
Because it's really
Every
meant to be
flavor-
eat with a
flavor.
group of people,
Yes,
and it's always.
I actually enjoy cooking it also.
You do?
Even though it's so tedious because there are a lot of ingredients and there's
Okay.
a process. But after which, when you see your entire family or your group of friends, they're enjoying it, it's really, you really like that feeling when they
That
enjoy
is,
it.
it's like it's. I mean, paella for you is like what a big bowl of pasta would be for me, because I bring, we're, you know, I'm American Italian, so when I bring a big bowl of pasta to the table, it's because everybody's going to dig in,
Right.
and you know, it's a gathering. It's part of the story of why we bring people together.
Yeah.
No, it's to bring the family and the friends together. So paella is your favorite dish, Ditas. What does the M stand for? We're talking about M Catering. We're talking about paella, this finely crafted. I want to tell you guys about this crab roll before you go into M Catering. It's so fresh. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's got a little bit of, it's crisp. I taste the green apple. I love the kaffir lime. And crab just feels like a great beginning because it's light and fresh, and seafood. I mean, we do have 7,107 islands, right? So we should always enjoy the seafood. So why M Catering?
And before I answer that, I would like to thank you for commenting on the food, because when we were conceptualizing on what to prepare, we thought of you, we thought of Nino, the company, and what would best fit your palate or to your liking. And it's nice that it's to your liking.
It's to my liking,
Yeah, that's right.
absolutely.
This dish is very unique. We just prepared this for you.
Thank you.
And this is one of the products that we're putting forward on our 13th anniversary. This is what we call the curated plating.
Okay.
In this industry, the buffet, the Russian, the plating is very common. Now we want to level it up since we're on our teen years.
Yes.
And we wanted to give
You're a
our...
teenager,
Yes.
just like my daughter.
Yeah.
You're a teenager.
And we wanted to give something new. You know, clients are already very intelligent on what the food that they wanted, what taste they want to, you know, be in their celebration. And that's what our kitchen team is doing and the R&D team is doing. And going back to what M stands for, it's Michelin. So our company is Michelin Cuisine and Fine Foods, Inc. It goes by the trademark M Catering and Fine Foods. What we're known for being passionate. The team is a very passionate team that focus on safe food. You know, food safety is number one now to everyone. And we are also wanting to be known for good food and best service. I think that was what we want to encapsulate the company to be. And we're moving towards that.
You mentioned safety, and I know that's a concern whenever you're celebrating with people, but even more so after the pandemic, right? How difficult it was for so many, and the industry, the events industry, everyone from photographers to the caterers to the events places. Pandemic was hard for everybody. How did you guys manage? I mean, as a company big enough, 150 employees.
Right.
What was that like for you?
Well, of course, when we heard the news that we had to close down the day after, I think it was the 17th,
It's
right?
during the day. We were
Was
all
during
in
the
the
day.
office.
We were all in the
That
office?
was March 16. We
Right.
were already there. And then we got the news that we had to pack
And go home.
and go home. And that was it. We never saw each other again after 2 years.
No. What actually happened was we had to send everybody home. That was the mandate of the government,
Yeah.
and globally, that's what's happening.
That's really what happened all
So-
over the world.
The owner, my boss, and her husband, we had a meeting, and there was like a lot of discussion on what to do with the employees. So there was just one day that was given to me, and to make sure that all our employees will have their salary on a monthly basis, that they will have the means to buy food, to go out and prepare for their family.
That's a huge responsibility for
Yes.
150 people.
Yes. And you know, we were racking our minds on what to do to make that happen.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we work with the industries that we work at are the hospitals.
So you also have hospitals as clients as
Yes,
well.
yes, on a regular basis. So they approach us and ask if we can serve food for them on a daily basis. After 3 weeks, we opened.
Yeah.
And those three, how do I describe those things? Because you have to prepare. How do we bring in our people in the commissary? How do we bring the food to the hospital?
In a safe way.
In a
And safe.
safe way that nobody will get sick.
Right.
And with all those information that the government is giving, all the research, we were able to do so and prepare the team in 3 weeks' time. And starting then, we were giving out 8,000 packed meal a day
For the frontliners.
for the
Yeah,
frontliners for almost the entire first year of the pandemic.
So what I'm seeing is how intertwined the events industry was, and the caterers were actually able to support our frontliners in that sense. And how, this is something that we've discussed in previous episodes, how the pandemic, as difficult as it was an opportunity for us to all kind of come together and lean on one another,
Yes.
right?
And internally, the team, we saw a very resilient team here. There's a big challenge, the pandemic, and how we turned it around to make it an opportunity for us, because nobody wanted to go out, but everyone was pitching in ideas, voluntarily going to the office, and doing things that will make our company at least earn what we can give to the people. So that's how we survive, and we were very fortunate that we're one of those few companies that all our employees are intact. We never had to retrench or cut people here and there. We were able to provide what is to them.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's how we survive, and I think that's one of our biggest wins.
By God's
During
grace.
the 13
no?
years. Yes,
By God's grace,
definitely.
so many.
By God's grace.
That's amazing, and I'm sure that's a testament also to your team and your leadership in terms of how everybody was able to stay together, and that job that Julie gave you, you were able to do it.
Yes, without the mandate of my boss, who said, we need to take care of the people.
Which you would have done anyway, of course. Congratulations on that, and happy anniversary,
Thank
13
you.
years,
Thank
guys.
you.
So M Catering is celebrating all month long. You still have a few more days left. You can go ahead and follow them, mcatering.finefoods on Instagram, and M Catering and Fine Foods on Facebook. Go ahead and follow them, share on your stories, because winners, 5 winners, viewers who are paying attention, if you guys are paying attention, you'll get to enjoy 5,000 pesos worth of GCs towards food trays or bundles, or even, if they are ready to book an event, that'll be 5,000 towards that as well, right?
That's correct, Michelle. And because this is our anniversary month, through the years, we have been part of the people's celebration.
Yes.
And on our 13th year, we want them to be part of ours. And this is the promo that we're giving away for our food orders or the food trays. We've created 4 bundles, 2 of which are international. There's one Asian and there's one Filipino. Price range for 2,500 to 3,000. And every bundle that you buy, you can get any of our 4 best sellers for 13 pesos only.
As an add-on.
As an add-on, yes.
So you have your usual dishes. So explain the bundles. The bundles are, let's say if I'm at home, I don't feel like cooking, I'm gonna have some guests. and I just want some help in putting the table together. Chef, what's included in some of the bundles?
So the bundles contain 3 items. They are mostly savory items. Then a tray is good for 5 people.
Oh, good. Okay.
So, but if you're light ears, you can feed more people. And then the bestseller that you can purchase for 13 peso, it's also good for 5 people. So you have like 4 entrees that you can share with your family.
And 4 entrees that are good for 5 people actually means it's good for quite a few more.
Yes.
Because 5 people are not going to have a full serving of each of those, right? So I'm sure that's generous.
Yeah,
right?
our portions are really generous. You can
Yes.
feed more people than 5. Yeah.
So the bundles could be anything like Pinoy dishes and international. Ditas, you were saying some international menu.
Yeah, international, and one of the bundles Filipino. That's kare-kare. That's
Pass the bagoong, please.
Yeah.
We make our own bagoong also.
You do?
Yeah, we don't buy.
Of course you do.
Yeah,
Of course you do.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And one of those dishes that's for 13 pesos, if you buy a bundle, is our famous paella.
Espanol.
Paella Espanol.
Which is priced at like 1,200. 1,000.
Normally.
Yeah, 1,200.
But this time you'll get it for 13
13
pesos
pesos,
if you
yeah.
just purchase one of the bundles. And the bundles are the Pinoy, and then you have also Korean and Asian.
And then the international.
Yeah. So it can include any of your trays. Where can they find the bundle, the different menus for the bundles?
Yes, it's you can go to our website under food order. Just click it and the bundle will appear.
And can we
The
order on the website?
Yes, you can order on the website. You can also call the office at 0917-872-1079.
Fantastic. And Viber.
Viber.
Yes.
The
You can
same
message on
number.
Viber, right?
Yes.
How soon, far in advance do you need to order those bundles? Because like this is something that's very easy for those of us that do entertain and want a little support at home, beyond booking for a catering event or beyond, asking you guys to come in for a board meeting or celebrate an anniversary or baptism or a big birthday party. When we want to avail of the packages and the food trays, how far in advance do we need to order?
The cutoff is at 4 p.m. for the following day delivery.
Oh, so a day before.
A day before, because we don't store food. We prepare it on the day that you will eat it to make sure that it's fresh. It's to the taste that we wanted to put forward. And the promo is not just for food order.
Oh.
If you book your event in the month of August, we will give you a free upgrade salmon and 1 free entree and another free item. The free item can be a soup, dessert, or any of those cocktails that we provide.
Okay, so if we have an event that we're planning for 2025, as long as we book it in the month of August, we will have these extra celebration items
Yes,
care of M Catering
yes, until Q1 of 2025.
until quarter one. So Q1, from now until Q1, if you're planning an event, you can go ahead and book. Visit mcatering.ph. You can look at all the different things.
Right.
Give Ditas a call.
Yes,
What's
please.
that number again? 0917
0917 872-1079.
or you can call the landline.
7500-1622.
Perfect. And I see we have another dish coming in, which is perfect timing.
Right.
Yes.
And that event promo is actually good for your Christmas party. Most of the venues right now are already filled in, so it's best to prepare early and to avail of these promos so that a lot of food will be served to the guests. Thank you.
I haven't even thought about the Christmas party. Oh my goodness, I need to think about that.
You should book now.
We should book now. in August,
Yes.
because it's the anniversary celebration and the anniversary month of M Catering.
Right.
Chef, this looks delicious. It's so pretty, and I wish you guys could smell it. It smells just as delicious as the first appetizer, which I could see was the kaffir lime. You
Yeah.
could smell the kaffir lime, and this one, it feels like there's a bisque. It's so rich.
Yeah.
Tell us about what we have here.
For our second course, this is a charred Chilean sea bass over essence of laksa.
Ah, it's laksa.
So yes, that's what you're smelling. So the sea bass is marinated in lemongrass and anato or achuete.
Okay.
And
That's
then
orange. Yeah.
yes,
gives it
we
the
have
flavor.
a homemade laksa broth, which is one of my favorite.
I love laksa.
Yeah. And then there's some puree of, there's a ravioli of fresh mushrooms inside, the one below of our
Underneath.
plate, yeah.
It's underneath the sea
salmon.
bass.
Sea
Oh
bass,
my
sorry.
goodness, I'm gonna jump in. And I
ahead.
should have actually jumped in when you were talking, because now you're gonna have to tell me something else about this dish while I make soup. You can see the mushrooms inside. The fish is so flaky, tender, and the laksa, I'm very excited. So I'm gonna take a bite.
Yes, go ahead.
But you guys gotta tell us something more about this dish.
Yeah.
The dish is now, this is influenced by our Southeast Asian cuisine. So we are showcasing all the cuisines that we can do. You'd never thought laksa as a sauce. You'd always think
With the
of it.
ravioli.
Yes,
no
with the
less.
mushroom ravioli, and you always think that would go with a rice noodle, the typical laksa. But
It's
now
so
we
good.
made it into a sauce.
The
And-
mushrooms are fresh.
Yes,
Right.
it's all fresh. We have the shimeji mushroom, we have some shiitake, and button mushroom.
Oh, it's so yummy. I wish you guys could taste this. The carrot ribbons, nice, and gives texture as well.
So as you can see, it's not just the food. We make it delicious even by just looking at it.
A feast
So-
for the senses.
Yes, feed for all the senses. I think that's how we want to make our food, not just the taste. Because, when we explain the food, not all people will taste it immediately, but we want them to feel the taste already by just looking at it.
And it's really, so when you come together for different clients, I think this is the part that I enjoy, even planning my own celebrations for our family, something simple. It's not just about putting delicious food on the table. It's also kind of got to feel inspiring
Right.
and, good, exciting for all of the senses, right? So that was the first thing. My sense of smell is so strong.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've always, I've either grappled with or, of course, enjoyed, depending on where we are. Depending on where we are. So the first two courses that you've shared, you're talking about this curated plating. How new is this concept to what you guys are doing? And, where do you see it also evolving in terms of the type of clients that you're serving and where you see events going?
So the food should match the event, should match what the clients expected it to be. So, for example, what we have here is something for the likes of you, the company. So that's how we try to put together what we will prepare, as well as the decor. So it could be to someone who would be very familiar with the ingredient that we use, who would appreciate it. Not just the person, but the guest. We also try to profile the guest coming and try to make the food that's appropriate for them. Like if it's mostly children or there will be like more seniors or the adults. So we'll try to research on that and come up with proposed sets of food.
Right.
That's what we do.
You guys profiled me very well. Because
hope you did.
ravioli here to
Oh,
make
yeah.
the Italian
Yeah.
in me very happy. Latza is one of my faves. It's also a little bit difficult. I've tried making it at home. I like yours so much better, chef.
Thank you very much.
So seafood, we've had the 2 seafood appetizers. We've talked about how you tailor create these opportunities for celebration. How does it work, for business functions? Because are those the bigger functions that you would have, the 3,000, or are those more like, I guess, milestone celebrations, what we would call?
For corporate, that's
Yeah.
how we call it. For corporate clients or accounts, we cater to as small as 10 people. These are the executive meetings, department meetings, to as much as 3,000, which would be the whole company celebration.
Right.
So again, depending on what they're celebrating, if it's like a team building, we don't give them food that will be putting them on a diet, like a lot of veggies, no? Because they need a protein. They need a protein to
Especially
do that.
because the team building, they're like,
They have a
exerting.
lot of activities in there, but if it's for the mancom, so we try to serve something that would create them or bring out their ideas, come to be talking together. Because in the mancom, that's where the changes or key decisions are made. So these people needs to be fed correctly and not, give them just anything that they can.
So I don't think I had even considered the type of, like when you plan a menu, of course you're not going to serve hot dogs and hamburgers, right? For something that's a lot more special. But for the kids' backyard barbecue, obviously that's perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I've considered the idea that obviously with a man-com meeting where you're having important conversations and creativity is flowing, what you would serve, that's actually something, the attention to detail that goes into what you do.
And not just the food, it's the type of service. Because, like a mancom meeting or a department meeting would have some confidentiality on it. So we don't need a lot of people to be there. We just set the food so that they can talk easily just by themselves.
And then you fade to the background.
That's right. And in big events, again, we see profile of people. How many are big eaters? What are there to their liking? Are they all Filipinos or there's a mix of this and that? We've catered several times to ASEAN events.
How does that differ than if you had a whole Filipino audience?
Oh, we try to see what food would fit into the event that they are celebrating. If it's a company event, how many years? So we try to put in those inputs on the menus that we put forward. Like if it's a 10-year anniversary, what's a good food? You will not be serving something that's readily available. For example,
It's got to be special.
Yeah.
if it's a roast beef, I'm gonna innovate it, or the team will gonna innovate it and put some truffle cream on it to give that taste for the
doesn't love
celebration
truffle?
of 10 years. Yes.
Truffle
So-
is so much more popular now than before. Chef, how have you seen the industry reflect, I guess, what's current and what's more popular now? Like, what are some of the ingredients and the dishes that you see being requested more, than you've been with M Catering almost since the beginning?
Yeah, actually, truffle is one of those ingredients that when they see it on the menu, oh, I like this, they would try it. We've incorporated the truffle in our beef dishes, in our pasta, so in our appetizers also. So we try to add it to our normal recipes, and people love it.
It just actually, truffle just feels like a level up when you're serving anything, even if it's, pasta is usually the starch, the carb, it's something, but when you add truffle, it's like, ooh,
Yes.
truffle feels special.
Yes. Just like this, the sauce, it's a laksa sauce.
Yeah.
So it creates, a sibas can be served as a sibas,
Yeah.
But put it into a different, together with other ingredients, coupled with a little pasta underneath. So it creates a different feel to you. And of course, to your taste, right?
It absolutely to my taste. You guys have done well. Okay, so guys, if you want to take advantage and enjoy the opportunity to be one of the 5 winners from M Catering's generosity, you will have the opportunity to win 5,000 pesos worth of GCs or credit towards trays, towards the bundles or towards food trays that you can order. And you can go ahead and visit them on mcatering.ph to see what they have available. But also make sure you go ahead and follow mcatering.finefoods on Instagram, mcatering and Fine Foods on Facebook, because then that's where you can see all of the different promos, the bundles, the menu, and maybe even look for inspiration. Do you guys post photos, if your clients allow, of like past celebrations and different things that you've done before?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Some we do from the weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have pictures that people celebrate in their own house, and then they feature our food. Yes, we do those.
So you can look to the website, to the Facebook pages, the Facebook page, or even the Instagram page to look for inspiration.
Yes. It's in our website. We have
As well.
like a series of portfolios in it as a baseline of what we can do. And we also have sample celebration that we've done for weddings, for all occasions, from socials to corporate.
This looks a little familiar.
Yes.
It feels familiar to me.
It is actually. It is green crusted filet mignon. So it's very similar to our Avatar entree.
Let's talk
From last-
about that also. And then what do we have on the side? Is this beets?
Yeah, this beets, and we have, for the sauce we have the demi glaze, and then we have fondant of red beets, and we also have this. This is the truffle mashed potato. So
So
we
there's
have
truffle.
we
It's
have truffle
special.
now. Yes.
It's
see.
special. So this feels familiar to me, and I want to dig into it. But you know, I also want to just go back for anyone who might not remember when we first met Ditas on cam in SMX in MOA at Culinary. You guys took inspiration because it was flavor flicks, right? The theme was flavor flicks, and you were given the opportunity to explore a film or a series and use that as the inspiration in creating the menu that you curated for Culinary, which came back after 4 years.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you chose Avatar, and this looks very similar, which was so good also as well. You know, that particular menu, I really enjoyed your ceviche. It was served on a scallop shell. And, you know, tell us how you were able to come up and conceptualize that. Did you choose Avatar the movie, or were you given that as an assignment? And how long did you guys have to conceptualize to come up with what you served that evening?
We were given the theme sci-fi.
Okay.
So
you chose Avatar.
We chose Avatar, but the original choice was
Dune.
Dune.
Yeah,
Dune.
that's our first choice.
Oh my
That's our first
gosh.
choice. So why are we choosing those two, which we ended up with Avatar? It's because we have to relate the food to it. That was what SMX told us. On the theme that you will choose, the food has to complement it. Hence, we have the ceviche, we have the dessert that has a dome on it, that reflects the food of the Pandora group. And of course, we serve something the same. We feel that by putting forward those sets of food that we did, it would create much Avatar look and feel to the people who will be sitting there with all those decorations and all those people that are in Avatar costume.
They were totally decked out in Avatar costume, and it was pretty amazing to see. It totally kind of immersed us in the feeling, and you felt even with the dishes, both the main and the dessert, which ended up being very colorful and amazing as well. I remember even poured like flaming Cointreau on top.
That's
so
true.
that melted the chocolate. What an experience. That was really an experience. Chef, tell us, I know they put the dessert. We're ready for dessert already, and it looks amazing. Maybe you can tell us about the dessert. But before you do that, I'm going to remind everyone to go ahead and download the Rappler Communities app. Go ahead and make sure you join the food and travel conversation. Tag me. Tell me what your favorite dish to look at tonight. It's been such an amazing array of these curated and plated dishes that are not just pretty, but delicious, of course. So it's delightful for the senses. Chef, tell us about the dessert that we have here.
Yes, for our dessert, this is a mango pandan medley. It's our Filipino cuisine for today. So we have mango bavarois, and we have crust made out of otap. So you taste that, it's something familiar.
Crunchy.
That's crunchy, and we also have a white chocolate mirror glaze on top. And we also have a mango puree. Yeah, that's our Filipino. If you also notice our theme, the 4 courses for today, it's monochromatic. The first plate was green in color. The second plate was orange. This one is the red theme. And the last one would be the yellow theme.
Oh my gosh, you guys have put so much thought into everything that you put on the table, and it's such an incredible experience. I can only imagine how wonderful it is to have your team behind the celebrations that mean so much to so many of your clients.
Yes.
No? Mounting these wonderful events. So guys, go ahead and follow M Catering Fine Foods on Instagram. And on Facebook, M Catering and Fine Foods, to see all the things that they have coming up next. If you want to go ahead and check out the website, mcatering.ph, to see how they can put together these different packages for you. What do we have coming next? I mean, I'm going to dig into the dessert in a little while, but I want to know what you have coming next.
Oh, what we'll be having after August?
August celebration.
August celebration will be a lot of packages for Christmas party as well as weddings, because before, weddings used to be during the month of June, but now it's moved to December and January.
Yeah, so that shifted.
Yes.
Shifted. So we'll be coming up with packages that will be for that event, as well as most Filipino do celebrate Thanksgiving as well.
They do?
Yes.
And you cater for Thanksgiving?
Yes. Thanksgiving, the Oktoberfest. So those are
That's
the
like
things
hitting
that
the easy button. Easy. Call M Catering for Thanksgiving.
And we can, we accept orders of events, not just for food order, for the following day.
Okay.
But of course, if your preparation is too short, there will be limited choices of food, but we still do that.
So you still accommodate.
Yeah.
Last question before we go into rapid fire. When I got married a long time ago,
26.
we had 26 years. We had to plan things way, way, way in advance, what's the trend now? We said that the June brides are now moving to December and Jan. Are they planning years in advance now? Are they planning months in advance?
Interestingly, you asked that because it changed as well. Before it was years, months ahead, but now as short as 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you can mount an event, a wedding in 2 weeks. Okay.
The shortest one that we got was a day before.
I'm
for a wedding?
For a wedding?
I wouldn't do that, but
let's do this.
I am up for the challenge to watch you guys.
One day we were given, actually we were advised after lunch, and the wedding is the following day in the evening for 150 packs.
400, and you were able to do it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Up for the challenge. Of course, M Catering. All right, guys, are you ready for rapid fire?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, but before we do that, guys, go ahead and make sure you follow M Catering Fine Foods on Instagram, M Catering and Fine Foods on Facebook. Go ahead and join the Rappler conversation on the Rappler community app, Food and Travel, so you can tell me what you look forward to celebrating with M Catering as well. Okay, who shaped your relationship with food?
My aunt.
My mom.
Favorite food as a kid?
Spaghetti.
Hamburger.
Still favorite foods?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite cuisine as an adult?
Filipino. Still
Filipino.
Love your own.
Comfort
Yes.
food. Yes.
What's your favorite dish to prepare?
Pasta.
I don't cook. I love to eat.
So you like to eat Chef Ira's pasta?
Yes, whatever.
Okay. Favorite food guru?
Ira Garden.
Me too.
Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, I like him.
I've met him.
Oh, you
through my
did?
cousin. Yes, he's such a wonderful
lucky.
man.
Too early, gone too soon.
I know.
Favorite hobby when not planning beautiful events for clients?
I play badminton.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to play badminton.
So now you gotta pull her back in it. Pull her back in it. Music in the kitchen, yes or no?
Yes. I love music.
What's playing?
90s. I'm a 90s.
You're a 90s baby. Two foods that go together but don't go together.
I eat apples and bagoong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Singkamas and bagoong.
Yeah, that's the usual,
I've
but
never
I
tried
eat apples.
My apples are usually with peanut butter. I do apples and peanut
also
butter.
apples and patis.
I'm gonna try that. Any kitchen or dining accessory that you collect?
Recipe books, yes.
Ainas.
Yes, of course.
I was so thrilled when she commented. I posted one of her books and like a few things that I picked up. She commented on my post on Instagram. She said, "Enjoy the book." I was like, fangirling, Aina, I love you. You're on the sofa watching a movie. What's on your snack board?
Nachos. Cheese.
Probably bread.
Bread.
Yeah. Like
Crusty
croissant,
bread,
yeah,
softy bread, croissant. Okay.
Sandwich, anything bread.
Okay, this one's even more fast. These are based on the food trays that you can get or the bundles that you can get with M Catering. Kare-kare or Korean beef stew?
Kare-kare.
With bagoong, please.
Yes.
Roast beef belly or beef salpicao?
I go with salpicao.
Salpicao.
Pork belly or lechon tanglad?
Lechon tanglad.
Lechon.
Crispy skin?
Yes.
Super.
Chicken inasal or peri-peri?
Peri-peri.
I go with inasal.
Beef lasagna or white chicken and spinach lasagna?
Beef lasagna for me.
I go with the white lasagna.
You guys are opposite. So, mango tapioca or caramel cake?
Mango tapioca.
Yeah, mango tapioca.
Sinigang or nilaga?
Sinigang.
Forever sinigang.
Or with patis?
Of course.
Okay, tapa or tocino?
Tocino for me.
Can I say longanisa?
Yes, you absolutely
I love
can say
longanisa.
longanisa. All right, guys, that wraps up this episode with M Catering. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming down and visiting us here at the Rappler office. We got to learn so much more about events and how you put together beautiful memory-making opportunities for your clients. Guys, go ahead and give them a follow. Of course, see you next week. But until then, keep cooking, keep sharing, and keep safe.